All right, just leave his ass alone. The only ones that the Most High is gonna touch the spirit, touch the pineal gland is are the chosen. And let me say this: if you are one of the chosen and you're tapped on the forehead, you're initiated, you're ignited. The Most High lit that fuse.
Shalom, shalom. Uh, Israel is your brother Dagobah with a quick lesson through the spirit. This lesson came up at work, but the title of this lesson is called "Watch Your Step." Right? I want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shai, by Shemaka Kodash. Yahweh is the Most High God, and Yahweh Shai is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus the Christ. And I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule ruling well to the Spirit, teaching His word, and believing His word. Lord willing, the Most High continue to put it in their spirit to endure. Mighty Shalom to the hopeful elect scattered four corners of the earth, in and out of congregations, teaching His word and believing His word to the best of their ability. Lord willing, the Most High continue to put it in their spirit to endure. Lord willing, the Most High have mercy on other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith. But I just want to bring out this first precept real quick. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 5. Examine yourself whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves, know ye not your own selves. How that Yahweh Shah Hamashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates. Having a beautiful conversation with my brother yesterday. None of us know if we are of the elect. It's already predestined the elect is going to get it, right? But if you coming in this thing and you understanding certain prophecies, you understanding certain breakdowns, regardless if you are a beginner stage or advanced stage, like First Timothy chapter 1, verse 12, Yahweh Shai enabled you because he seen that you was faithful and he put you in his ministry. We got to be thankful for this. And the more that you be thankful is calling the name of Yahweh Shemashai, asking him to continue to put that spirit upon you, right? Ask the Lord to not to remove that spirit or to remove his presence from out of you, right? Because you're going to be coming out here looking like an idiot, right? It's a big fat slob. He tried to call himself David, right? And it's multiple other people. But this man makes a mockery of the ministry, right? Trying to eat abominations and feel like he's in the area of the law of liberty. You got other men saying the 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 Edomites is gonna come against us when we get in the kingdom. You got some that's afraid to say Yahweh Shem Shai's name. You got a whole bunch of other congregations that's trying to say women is the strongest outside of the Most High, right? You got other brothers that's in the spirit of trying to save everybody, right? There's not a lot of people that just understanding that the scriptures is only for the elect, right? Brothers think that we don't have to remind Israel who they is because they already know. Like when was our forefathers teaching Israel who they was? They already knew who they was, right? But the Lord removed us from this knowledge of knowing who He is, that we have to get back to teaching people who their power is, right? Understanding the history, the high holy days. If you don't know high holy days, you don't know who the hell you is, right? So, like the elder said, the elect was touched, right? When you go, let me just get this right here, because I know he's paraphrasing it, right? This is Matthew the 25th chapter, and only the elect is gonna have they oil, right? This is Matthew chapter 25, verse 1. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be like unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish, right? And they that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. The reason why the wise took oil in their lamp because they examined themselves, right? They're sure on this calling, let alone that I'm gonna need more oil or I'm gonna need enough for this travel, right? The the so-called elect is gonna be in order, right? And if they're not in order, they're gonna try to seek order, right? The elect is always putting their hands to the plow. The elect is always trying to cleanse themselves, right? Through the spirit, the elect is on go mode, right? The elect is on a upgrade level in this world, right? They're always getting an upgrade, right? What is that upgrade? In the way that they think, in the way that they move, the way that they teach. the way that they perceive scriptures, the way that they pray, right? The elect is gonna repent constantly, right, for things that they don't remember, right? The elect is going to pray for strength, and they're going to be praying for the other elect, right? The elect is working. The elect is taking accountability for their actions, right? Um, I'll just keep going with some precepts, but let's continue with the video. Elder Tahar is really getting into it, right?
That's that oil. The oil, Matthews 25. We don't have to go and give you a pep talk. You know, we do these videos and it peps up certain brothers, but the ones of you that have been initiated into this, the spirit just supposed to ride on you, man. I don't. My job is not to go to every single video and see what this brother. He ain't. I noticed he didn't do a video in 3 months. Let me go find out. That's not my job. My job is to push this word out, and the Most High initiates or ignites the spirit of any man that's a prophet, starting with the elect, and that includes sisters too. Certain sisters come into this because they have the Most High had tapped them on the forehead. So the ones you that brothers got to constantly get on you, or brother, you ain't did a video in 6 months. You come with some lame ass excuse. You ain't one of the elect. You ain't one of the elect.
Yeah, and if you're not doing the work that the Lord created you to do, that's supposed to be in your spirit. You're a fucking busybody, right? And this is a rebuke for all of us, man. Whenever we doing the work or when we feel slacking, you want to always have those thoughts of these precepts, right? This is what keeps you in that straight and narrow, right? This is Second Thessalonians, which is like the spirit been having me bring this out for the past few weeks, right? This is Second Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 10 to 11. 11 is the point. It says, "For even when we were with you, this we commanded you, that if any would not work, neither should he eat. For we hear that there are some which walk among you disorderly, working not at all, but are busybodies." Right? A lot of our brothers and sisters are busybodies, right? A lot of them are busybodies when it comes to the mind, right? Women and men, right? Women is so busy freaking worried about a damn man, but don't want a man to be a man, especially if he's serving the Lord, right? Got everything else. You got so much stuff that's supposed to keep you busy so that you can work on your emotions and feelings, work on your faith. Jacob trouble is something that's going to mess with your emotions and feelings. That's going to mess with your faith. Every man and woman should work on that. Let alone if you saying you in this truth, you're bored. All right, you keep bringing out the same thing, or I don't know what to bring out. Right, or the spirit is not in me. I mean, you better get around somebody that got the spirit. Right, it's no time to be a busybody and you don't got no type of thought of anything to bring out. You can't watch something in a TV show and be like, "Ooh, I'm inspired to bring out something." Talk to a lady that you talking to. Talk to a friend and be like, "Yo, I was just watching this movie. Da 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 da. Precepts coming out." That could show you what kind of spirit you're dealing with because, just like Jeremiah, it was a fire within him, and he just starts spilling out fire, right? It's different ways to know if the spirit dealing with you, man. Right? Spirit start precepts start coming to mind, right? Or you start getting on your own self, right?
Peter didn't have to write letters to Paul. Paul, you all right? Are you doing the work? Look, when Israel fought in wars, Judah fought in wars and all that, but the army of Israel consisted of Reuben, Gad, and Manasseh. And when they fought, they didn't fight like Esau fights, marching and all that. They were all separate warriors, which this is where you get the term guerrilla warfare. They got that from Gad because they were doing that back there.
I don't want to take away, because he gonna get in there, but I just wanted to stay on the point of caution, watch your step, and um, right now we at that time where brothers need to we need all hands on deck. But really, this is only towards the elect, the ones that's doing the work, the ones that's trying to double up, the ones that's trying to do better. This is not for a nigga that's undecided or bored, right? For the ones that is trying to do the work, double up, this is continue to put your foot on the gas. You might be going 30 miles per hour, push it a little more, get to 55 miles per hour, right? Right now, Christmas, this dumb bullshit that they got going on, right? Only all of us is speaking against that, man. We need to constantly be teaching everything, right? Because a lot of our brothers and sisters don't understand nothing and they think they got it all, right? We need to flood the spirit upon our household, right? This is Psalm chapter 119, verse 59. It says, I thought on my ways and turned my feet unto thy testimonies. I made haste and delayed not to keep thy commandments, right? You should be moving to the testimonies of Yahweh Shem Shai. We understand in Revelation 19 and 10, it says, the testimony of Yahweh Shai, the spirit of Yahweh Shai's prophecy, right? We should be occupying ourselves in prophecies, let alone for yourself. When you examine yourself, you see what you're doing daily, right? Brothers is always talking about a damn break. A break. I need a break. I need a time away from teaching. Damn, we do it all the time. What kind of spirit is you in? Hey, I don't want you, right? I'm really. We all should have the mindset of striving for the kingdom. Our whole life, we never wanted to do that. This is you as a human, because none of us really know the thought of the Most High, right? So for the ones that's picking up this Bible, work on your artistry, right? Work on the ministry of Yahweh Shemal Shai. Make sure that you're perfecting it. Make sure you're watching videos. I had to get better at watching videos, right? I had to get better at actually taking time to dissect scriptures, right? Let's go to another one. This is Psalms 139, verse 23 to 24. It says, I'm gonna start at 22. It says, even inheritance unto Israel his servant, for his mercy endure forever. Who remembered us in our low estate, for his mercy endure forever, and have redeemed us from our enemies, for his mercy endureth forever. His mercy endureth forever. Right? Um, what I was going to say, right? So who remembered us in our lower estate, right? Because we were brought low. When we go to I believe it's Sirach chapter 2, right? These are the moments when we want to be cautioned in our steps, man. Because anytime that you're brought low, anytime you get an affliction or you getting chastised, sometimes like through the spirit, you're gonna know, oh yeah, the Lord chastises, right? Here we go. This is second so this is Sirach chapter 2, and I'm gonna start at verse 2. It says, set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble, right? Really don't make no wrong move. When trouble come, you know what I'm saying? Don't make no haste in the time of trouble. Let alone we should be calling on Yahweh Shema Shai and flee, right? It says, cleave unto him, right? As soon as trouble come, when a bad situation happen, call on Yahweh Shema Shai and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Salaki, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. Right? We are at a low estate right now. Now, some of us might have money in our pockets, but through the spirit, you should be looking at uh, uh, scoffers, people persecute you because you saying thus saith the Lord. If you really teaching the word of the Lord and everybody want to be buddy buddy, right? You hanging around people with Christmas, and you feel like you loved and all of that. How can you really say that you brought to a lower state, right? Sometimes you could be catching all hell, but you could look on the side of Yahweh Shema Shai and you know everything is all right. First Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13, right? Uh, uh you would be in some type of tribulation or some type of temptation, but the Lord would never put you in something that you can't escape, right? And if the Lord is showing you a way to escape, you got to understand the Lord is dealing with you, but this is a test, right? And that goes into another video, Lord willing, I might be able to do. One of the apostles, elders did like a 50-second video. And when it got on, you would have thought he was trying to see if his mic or his video was working, but he said, testing, testing. This is the test. This is the test. You got to understand, like a pop-up quiz. When the summertime comes, you have state exams, right? And that uh shows if if you're gonna get graduated into the next level or the next grade, right? This is like the final exam, and we have to know that that final test, that final summer test, would be the that charagma, right? That new that new world order of payment, right? The new system that's gonna come, right? You got to think, um, when we get this kingdom, or when Yahweh Shai come, this place is gonna go out with a bang, right? So a lot of things will have to change, but we're going to be brought to a lower state. And this is why we here now, why you still able to drink some damn Kool-Aid, drink you a bottle of some Hennessy, go in the studio, step out, drive, do whatever the heck you think you want to do. Make sure you're working on yourself, you're examining yourself, especially if you're saying, "Thus saith the Lord," right? Because you got to see if the Lord is really even dealing with you, looking at what you're teaching, the prophecies. Are you moving in the movement of the apostles? Right? Let me get this last one. Verse 5, it says, "For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity." Right? So you got to know you're going to be tried in this thing when you're watching your step. Right? Let me get second Ezra, the 12th chapter. Let me ever get this before my phone say we ain't got enough space. Right? This is second Ezra chapter 12, verse 38. It says, "And teach them to be wise of the people, whose heart thou knowest, may comprehend and keep these secrets," right? So we got to teach them to be wise. We have to teach people to be wise in order to watch their step, right? Ryan might have to be like, "Yo, bro, we know that you here, you know what I'm saying? You at the work, but be careful on what you writing. Be careful on if you got your notebook out. Be careful on what you saying at work, because somebody might observe you. Somebody might be on Facebook and they might see, right? Observe, let alone on your videos. We got to speak in code because now YouTube is doing this. You got to be wise in this thing, right? Especially on how you moving, right? If you got a wife, if you got two wives, you got to be wise in this thing, right? Always move in a swivel, right? Don't, especially if you have a wife and kids, always examine yourself, because I don't care how good a woman can be, how terrible she can be. You could get comfortable with that woman and you can slip off, regardless if she encouraging you. If a woman is cool with you being in her face all dang day, right? It could cause you. I'm just saying, it could cause some of us to get comfortable, right? You see a beautiful, you want to have sex all damn day. You might just want to talk and go on dates. You want to spend money. You want to travel. You want to do all the. It happened to some men. We are put the feelings and that affection, before doing our first work, right? F all of that. You know what I'm saying? But that's another stepping stone. You want to always watch your step in every angle of this truth, right? Because the left hand side is here to trip you up, right? Let's get Job 11:6. It says, "In that he would show thee the secrets of wisdom, that they are double to that which is. Know therefore that the Most High exacteth of thee less than thy iniquity deserveth. Canst thou by searching find out the Most High? Canst thou find out the Almighty unto perfection?" Right? So the Lord will show thee the secrets of wisdom. Let alone we see in Amos 3:7, the Lord will do nothing but reveal his secrets to the prophets. If the Lord is putting that spirit on you to draw you to men that have knowledge where you can study, where you can grow. If I'm falling off, I can call my brothers. The Lord is pointing you in a direction of brotherhood, right? The um always watch your step. When you feel like you up to no good, or you feel like you can't take it no more, this is when you start calling your brothers, right? The Lord got so many things around us to to keep us 10 toes down, to keep us sturdy in this thing. Caution, watch your step. The Lord might have brothers around you, right? Let me just get this too, right? Right? Because this is another thing to help you observe your step, right? This is very important to have brothers, man. This is Sirach 25:1. "In three things I was beautified and stood up, beautiful both for the Most High and men, the unity of brethren, the love of neighbors, a man and a wife that agrees together." Right? If the unity of brotherhood, guess what? When a man falls, guess what he's gonna do? He's gonna help that brother when he falls, right? When a brother see you slipping, a brother is gonna whisper or give you scriptures, right? That is another form of caution watching your step. Getting a friend that stick closer than a brother, right? Because you can have relatives that can see you slipping off, you sinning, you slack. Like the elder just said, if you see yourself 4 months, 6 months, man, 6 weeks not doing the video, yo, the spirit of the Lord is not in you, brother. You might as well move and pack it and keep it moving, right? But it's the same with all of us. You'll see a brother slacking in a week, right? Start hitting them up, but then guess what? The spirit hit those brothers. They'll stop they'll stop replying to you, right? The Lord is sifting brothers out, right? And right now, every man should be examined. If you ever seen somebody lead his truth, right? And you trying to call them, hey, now that's time for you to look at your own mirror because the Lord is playing musical chairs, right? You could be next too. The Lord could just be using you for a moment just to feed the flock, and just say, hey, you did what I needed you to do. Now you can keep it moving, right? Always entertain the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah on the right hand side. This is Isaiah chapter 11, verse 3 and 4. It says, and it shall make him of quick understanding in the fear of Yahweh Shem Shai. He shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears. But with righteousness shall he judge the poor, and reprove with equity for the meek of the earth. He shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips shall he slay the wicked. Right? And this is what we out here to do, man. Our weapons are not carnal. That this sword, Ephesians 6 and 17, this is what we do to cut those wicked spirits, man. Especially the other nations and the wicked spirits that's upon Jake, the 2/3. Right? Niggas can come in this truth and be a whole tier and make it, and they can make themselves seem like they're a light, just like the devil. He can come like a light and he up to no good, right? And examining yourself is a very important thing because when you examine yourself, you see the people around you, right? If somebody is not bringing in life or teaching, just like that fat slob, you want to be taught correctly because somebody can be speaking death into you, and you could be just walking deaf and you think you walk in light, right? The ministry shouldn't be blamed, right? The ministry should be blameless, right? Right? It the way that we move, anybody that sees us should see that we have the light in us, right? Anybody that sees us should see that we fill with oil, right? Anybody that sees us should see order, right? Just like the little camp video that we did, I kind of blurted, and got a little angry. I gotta work on that, right? Regardless if somebody want to talk back and forth, or they want to come with that scoffing spirit. When you come in the scriptures, you have to know that these spirits was created for those, right? So it's in the same for me to observe that and see that. I gotta work on that, right? Caution, watch your step, right? So now that I know somebody gonna come, guess what? The enemy would do that to see who's the weaker one, and I could have been the weaker one in that video, right? It's the same if I'm not doing videos and continually putting that spirit. We can go to camp and I could just be quiet as hell. And that's gonna show, nigga, you haven't been reading, you haven't been doing nothing. Right? Your household can be running around the way it is if I'm not dwelling with my house according to knowledge. If my family get it, okay, that's cool. What I need to do is be the light myself. Put them aside and let them see me reading. Let them see me dissecting the scriptures or doing videos. Right? Those things will let the family know, you know what, Pops, he doing a lesson. Everybody be quiet. Yo, when the father's always on the go and he could be doing videos or whatever, it's gonna make the family be like, yo, this man is always occupied. He's always moving, right? Let alone if they ask for something, they can get it, because I'm trying to work because the Lord gave me too many mouths. So I have to double. But let alone through the spirit, I have to feed more physical. I have to feed more spiritually than I do physical. I have to make sure I'm doing the lesson because guess what? These little spiritual things that I do, it makes my household, especially the women that I have, work more, right? Let alone through the spirit, the more that you teach, the sheep that's watching you, right? They examine their own selves. The elect, anything that the elect is teaching in the sheep, when they listen, it just get recycled and they listen to it and they apply it in their life, right? Because that's what examining is about, right? You examine yourself to see if you in the faith. When somebody teaches something, you move in that motion, right? This is St. John chapter 10, verse 2. But he that entereth in by the door is the shepherd of the sheep. right? We're the shepherd of the sheep. So what we teach, eventually the shepherd is going to gurgitate. They're going to apply it in their life. And if they grow, one of those sheep might become one of those teachers. And they're going to be teaching whatever they shepherd been teaching, but they're going to still always get into these scriptures. They're going to always examine themselves, right? It don't matter if you've been in the shoe for 20 years, 30, 41, a month, you're going to always examine yourself, right? I can imagine what Elder Tahar and Apostle Gabar and the Rimalab and all the other elders, Amawan Gabar, all the elders and all the captains and what they had to do to examine themselves, be better at teaching, better in delivery, right? More patience with the brothers that's in they camp, right? Observing on who they can talk to and who not. When people write in comments, what comment to answer to and which one to delete, right? They're examining themselves to be better when it comes to the ministry. And that's what we all need to be doing, to be better, right? Let me get this, right? This is Hebrews chapter 4, verse 12. It says, the word of the Most High is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. Right? And this is why we need the word more than you need the PlayStation, more than you need liquor, more than a man need that woman, right? And I'm not gonna say more than a woman need a man because in most cases a woman needs a man, especially to break down these scriptures. And a woman really needs a man to teach her how to be a woman because the Lord put it in the scriptures. And a lot of women can't even understand the scriptures. So in most cases, women will have to go to a man on how to pray and how to be a woman, right? Because a man really supposed to do well with a woman according to knowledge on how he want her to move because the man rules his household, right? But the word is quick, right? And it's powerful. That's why if the shoe fit, sometimes you can hear a lesson and you might think it's about you. But if this is a worldwide platform like YouTube, Facebook, or whatever, if the shoe fit, this goes for anybody that can fit that shoe like Cinderella. Right, so don't single yourself out and think you're all perfect or you a brother just set out and just did a lesson only about you. This is for all Israel to observe, and then if the spirit hit them, they can be like, you know what? I need to do better. I need to watch my step. I need to watch who I'm around. Because even if you have the light around you, you're going to be around sinners, right? Because we're not here for the ones that's whole. We're here for the ones that's sick, right? The elect that didn't get it yet. The elect that slowly watch Illuminati, right? And then they might see it and they might get it, right? Right now, if we still here, the elect is like really getting the boogers out their eye, right? They're slowly getting the understanding, right? They're slowly growing, right? Because it took me a time to understand history, to get these breakdowns. It didn't just happen in one day, but I understood I was an Israelite off of the rip. I understand that the Most High hate, but I had to build myself to grow in the knowledge. I always had to examine. The elect is going to have to examine themselves because we're still in this dumbass flesh. Right? Let's get this in Limitations chapter 3, verse chapter 3. Let's get it. Um, this is Limitations chapter 3, verse 40. It says, let us search and try our ways and turn again to Yahweh Shema Shai. This is how you examine yourself. This is how you caution and watch your step. When you search for Yahweh Shema Shai, First Chronicles 16:11, you seek the Most High face continuously and you try, you ask the Most High to try your ways, right? This is Jeremiah 17, verse 10, right? Because the Lord searched the heart and he tries the reins and he gave every man according to his ways, regardless if you wicked or you are the elect. The elect are going to be occupied in this. The elect are going to be searching for the truth. They're going to be searching. They could be in wrong directions, but eventually they will find it, right? Because we have to get woken back up through the spirit, right? And they're going to hear that song. It's like in certain cartoons, it's either that cooking smell or is that music sound that they're hearing. Or you walk in the street, is this one sound you heard when you was a little kid, and it was just that best sound, and you turn back and you look at it, you're like, oh, this brought memories, right? And it's that sound that the elect is hearing, that sound of Yahweh Shem Shai, that truth, right? Let's get Revelations 2 and 5. It says, remember therefore from whence thou art fallen, and repent, and do the first works, or else I will come unto thee quickly, and remove thy candlestick out of his place, except thou repent, right? The elect is repenting, And the elect is coming back to their first work. They're digging deep. They're trying to find it. They're trying to approve themselves in this ministry. Some of them are building themselves up before they teach. Some of them is just teaching the basics and they're growing, right? They're going back to their first works. The elect are waking up, going back to their first work. And examine yourself. You might be that one, right? But if you always murmur, complaining all the damn time, always lazy, always can't take accountability, always catching hell. We talking about double hell and never getting a break. Let alone when you catch a hell, you ain't doing a video, you ain't rebuking your own self. Sometimes when you slipping, you might not be that elect, right? Let alone if you saying, "Oh man, we bringing out the same precepts." Oh, I'm getting bored, right? You most likely might not be the freaking elect. Let alone if we could be men that's putting women before the ministry, right? This is for all of us men because we a lot of us might fall short, right? You got to always examine yourself, man, especially on how you rule yourself and how you have discipline for yourself, right? Let's get this last one to close out. This is the book of Colossians, chapter 2 in verse 7. That's what it reads. It says, verse 6, it says, "As ye have therefore received Hamashiach Yahushai, the Lord, so walk ye in him." Right? That goes with St. John 15, abide in him. If you abide in him, he abide in you. Rooted and built up in him and established in the faith, as ye have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving, right? You want to be rooted in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, right? When you are rooted in him, you abide in him. Let alone when you are rooted in him, you start applying that energy, right? Start applying that wisdom and knowledge, right? First Corinthians chapter 1, verse 24, Yahushai is the wisdom and the power of the Most High. When you abide in him, you start to get the wisdom of the Most High. You start to get that power of the Most High, which is always praying, right? You might cast out spirits, but it might not happen the same way of our forefathers. It might take a minute. You might pray. You might say a whole bunch of things, but a day later it might happen. You never know, man. The men of the Lord is having powers, right? They're healing themselves. You see Elder Tahar, he might not be going to the doctors. He might just be doing his own detox, making his own medicine, tapping in. Let's get these fruits. These are elders, man. Right? A lot of us can't even make it to those certain age, and these brothers is using certain herbs, right? At the end of the day, in all aspects, we're going to be rooted and built it up in Yahweh Shem Shai if we are the elect, right? And even if we don't know that we is, you're going to always find yourself in this word, reading some type of history, growing in some type of knowledge, right? The elect is not waiting for the knowledge to drop on their lap. They're seeking, they're searching, they're digging deep, right? They're searching. Blessed is he that readeth. If he's reading, he's searching, right? Seek my face continually. They're searching, right? If the Lord would do nothing but reveal his secrets to the prophets, if you don't know nothing, what did Isaac wife, right? She inquired the Lord. She went to go seek a message. How do you get this message going in these scriptures? If you don't get it, you're going to try to look for the men of the Lord. And if you don't believe the men of the Lord is in this, hey, the Lord must not be dealing with you. But ain't nothing new under the sun. The men of the Lord are back on the earth teaching. Doesn't make sense. Why would he have the scriptures out here and the men of the Lord is not out here to interpret or break down these scriptures? Our forefathers had to write it, scribe it, and it had to be in that place for us to be now to give the understanding. The Lord paved the way, made it easy, and gave us this blueprint. We just had to put our hands to the plow and do the work. Lord willing, this is edifying to the hopeful elect, whoever you may be, right? Continue to put your foot to the plow. And with that is your brother Dr. Byron. I'm going to say, Kwame Yasharal. Shalom.